now.
Remember the time I tried to do something and I kicked us off and apparently everybody was still here. They just couldn't see us. That's amazing. Anyways, today's Q&A day, like Sarit said, and we are going to read your questions and answer them. If you would like to ask some questions, this is the most fun game. There is a link in our Facebook group. Daniela!
She's listening.
Yeah. Can you?
Whoa, Liz O'Shea is in the house, dude. Where you been at?
I was just thinking about you. I was literally just thinking about you. I was like, I'm gonna Facebook message her today.
Welcome.
Anyways, so Danny, can you post the link to the Facebook group where we have, or even just the link to the Q&A form in the chat, so that you can ask your questions for next week's Q&A day. All right. So we're on our Facebook group.
Hey, sending best vibes, Liz. I'm going to send you a Facebook Messenger later today. I want to catch up with you. But sending you positive vibes. That would make sense why you haven't been as active on the UTC now.
All right, first question of the day comes from Olivia in Toronto, Canada. Last week we were talking about SMART goals and vision boards.
I guess that's for she's from the room.
Just out of curiosity, if you were born to make vision boards right now, what would be on them? If you were born to make vision boards.
Like, I guess she wants to know what's on our vision board.
If you were born to make vision boards. I'm not really sure how to answer this, because here's the thing. Nobody can create your vision for you.
Is Olivia here? Do you want to know what will be on our vision board?
Is like that what our it is? Vision board? Because that doesn't mean that that's what your life would be. Oh, both. If you were both to make a vision board. Oh,
got it.
That's different. I'm like, if you were born to make a vision board? I wasn't. I don't know.
We take our vision and goals very seriously.
Okay, a vision board right now. I would have images of me on a stage speaking in front of a lot of people. I mean, when I say me, I mean us. I would have us on a little scooter riding through like Thailand or what's that other place, like Japan, or like
I know what you're thinking
somewhere
about.
On a scooter.
Oh, it's in Indonesia. How are we both trying? Bali. Yeah.
I would have quotes and affirmations of things that I like, philosophies that I live by. I would have something that would signify freedom financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, that's literally off the top of the dome. Tell me.
You guys really want to hear it?
I would have a picture of somebody jumping off of a yacht, diving into clear blue water.
So here's what my vision board will have. My vision board is going to have a bus where we go and we do our espresso tour.
Who wants to know about the espresso tour? It's only literally a thought at this moment, but it's going to happen.
So it's going to have a bus. That's one. On my vision board, I'm going to have a photo of $14 people who are near and dear to my heart, who are highly aligned, highly motivated, and highly inspired to help us drive this mission forward, because we can't do it by ourselves. So 14 other than myself and Aaron. And it's going to be like all of us like bringing our hands together. And above that, it's going to say the winning team. You know who you are, the winning team. Shout out to the winning team. So that's going to be another one. Another photo that I'm going to have is a photo of just a beautiful house that is right on the water, like a serene piece of water, with a nice ass open kitchen and just like gorgeous home.
And a slide.
Yes, and a slide for Aaron.
Duh.
And of course, a G-Wagon.
A lifted, beefy G-Wagon.
I'm not about material things, but like if there is one thing that I really want to have is a G-Wagon, because I've always wanted it. Therefore, I must. I'm going to have a photo of Aaron and myself, like
holding
in a chaotic scene, helping out a mother and a child. My long-term goal is to give away 10% of all profits generated in my own lifetime. So charity is a huge thing. My goal is to hold an American flag of me finally becoming a U.S. citizen. That says USA right on the Capitol. So that's going to be on the vision board as well.
Sarit wants to sit on the Statue of Liberty with a flag.
On the vision board, I'm going to, and there's going to be one corner with different places we can travel. I finally got my green card. So thankful. And we can finally travel. So this year, we're probably going to hit up 3 countries: Israel, probably Cyprus when we go to Israel, and then Dominican Republic. By 2023, we're going to hit up 10 countries. That's the goal. But really, we're going to be doing lots of traveling. So a corner with lots of places to travel to.
Culture.
Yeah, just meeting
different people,
meeting people and talking to people. Also, a nice ass gym. It's gonna be the ENS studio, where we host workshops, where we record the UTC workout of the day that's going to stream to thousands of people all around the world. And then like on the weekends, you guys, like we're gonna be holding workshops, and you're gonna be flying in, hanging out, working out, learning some new things, hanging out with cool people.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Who likes this vision board?
Yeah. So that's a part of what's going to be on the vision board. Lots of cool things. Yeah.
Vision board's something that you want to like take more time than what we just did to think about. But those are like some immediate things to come to mind. Impact, experience, culture. Yeah.
Alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. Positive vibes, dude.
Yep. Cool.
That was a great question, Olivia.
Great question.
Very courageous of you to ask us that. Hope that added value to you.
Rachel Moore in Washington. I'm currently planning a 2-week long cross-country road trip for this next May. Even though this trip is less than a year away, I do not want to wait until the last minute to have details figured out, like route, meals, budget, etc. I like to get some suggestions on workout ideas to do each day of my travels on this trip. This way I have things planned out for what I will do for movement each of those days. Thank you for any advice to share. Does anybody want to post in the comments what she can do? I have a very simple solution.
I do too.
I feel like Rachel would know the simple solution. But maybe, because has Rachel already done it? Rachel's already done it. But I don't mean that you can't do it again. Look at, oh, here we go.
Burn zone. Yeah, Rachel, do the burn zone. Now, if you're bringing a few pieces of equipment with you, then, I mean, you've got lots of options.
Yeah, you can even, if you bring some dumbbells, can do burn zone 1 and burn zone 2. And I happen to know that Rachel's already done the burn zone. However, did Rachel do the burn zone with 0 modifications? Because if there were any modifications, then redoing the burn zone without those modifications makes it a different workout. Makes those workouts different. What?
I was just thinking about my vision, you guys. An army.
An army.
That says 1 million ENS. We need
adding to the vision.
I have to add that. But Rachel, the burn zone would be great. You know, like if you have a piece of dumbbell, kettlebell, or jump rope, you can have all 4 levels of the burn zone. In fact, you can do the limited equipment version of the Underground Training Club.
True.
The options are endless. So my question to you is, what do you commit to doing?
Woo!
And the reality is, the person that you are today and the person that you're going to be in May is going to be a completely different person.
True.
So you can make the decision today, but the question is, will it be relevant going like into May? So it's good to plan in advance, but you have lots of options. Oh, wow.
Wow. This is a question. This question is from Tawny Lamoureux. Lamoureux. Tawny Lamoureux. In Philadelphia.
Did you get that from like a skit that we were watching or something?
No, that's just what I think when I read her last name. Hello, Aaron and Sarit and Boogie and Callie. My question is more purely curiosity about your weekly workout routine. Wow. Sarit mentioned in her video Monday morning on the UTA that she doesn't feel her best if she doesn't get her workout in for the day, especially at the start of the week. It seems like you both work out every day and don't take a recovery rest day where you do movement that won't necessarily raise your heart rate.
Wrong.
Can you gosh.
Where's that from?
It's Kevin Hart.
Wait,
It's Kevin Hart.
what scene is it?
Kevin Hart stand up when he's talking about like playing a game with his family or whatever. And he's like the asshole. He's like when somebody like lands on my, I don't remember what game he was
Something
talking about.
Monopoly, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Monopoly.
No,
He's
I
like,
think it's when he was talking about drunk girls.
No.
Oh my God.
No. Okay. Anyways, can you ladies please explain how you plan your workouts for the week, and if you actually take a rest day, and if so, what do you typically do on your rest days? Thank you for your input and tools. And she is doing awesome. Okay. We do not work out every day.
Mm-mm.
So I'm not sure where that information came from.
Our rest days are just designated rest days, and we use our rest days just like we use our workout days. When a day is a workout day, we get shit done. Physically, when a day is rest day, then it is so habitual for us to not do our workout that we just don't.
There is no workout to be done.
No, there's no workout to be done.
So
that
it's
day.
not that we don't do our workout. There is no workout.
Yeah.
Sunday has been the day lately that we've been taking off. That's ideal for us. Just depending on what things we have planned and what's going on. Occasionally, it might be a different day of the week, but we prefer it to be Sunday, and that's what it is most of the time. Now, we have 5 days a week where we work hard. We have one day where we will do something lighter and less mentally stimulating, or takes less mental activity, not a lot of skill, doesn't require a lot of brain work, like a jog or something like that. And that's more of like an active recovery where it's our heart rate gets up, but it's not like the normal days where we're like huffing and puffing. So normally 5 hard days, 1 relatively simple or like moderate day, and then 1 full rest day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also something we worked up to. I used to take 2 full days off, but it's adaptation. So what is your body used to? Where do you feel good at? I still, if I felt like I really truly needed it, would still take a second rest day. That's like an optional day. Just usually we want to move our bodies somehow because we're such in a habit of doing that we will do.
Yeah.
1 moderate day.
And on our rest day, normally we actually do a lot of work. And normally a lot of the meal prep happens on that day too.
Or like house cleaning things.
Yeah. So it's a very productive day, but we productively do not work out. Yep.
We productively don't work out.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Do you pronounce your name Eloria or Eloria? Where is the enunciation?
Emphasis?
The accent? The emphasis?
I feel like it's Eloria.
I think so too. From Washington State. Okay, I have never been keen on pills. The industry thrives on pill or powder. I would like to be able to do the whole kit and caboodle without the, dare I say, artificial additives. Am I dreaming or is it possible? I am still trying to get the XND. I am, however, still a fencer. Please help. I think that means on the fence.
Yeah.
Don't know what to think, skeptical, not sure. It's pills and powders. Yeah, I mean, my guess is that you've had a bad experience because you've tried some kind of pill or powder with some kind of crazy claim and it didn't work. And so now you're like, that's my guess, but I could be wrong. For one, let me say, if we're talking about the industry, I'm making an educated guess that the industry we're talking about is weight loss, simply because I know a little bit about you and your goals. And a lot of what we do is weight loss, health, strength, fitness, wellness, all that. I would say that there is no pill and there is no powder that is going to get you to your goal. Your actions and your habits done consistently over time will get you whatever results you end up with, be it a result you want or a result you don't want. That's just the bottom line. Pills and powders are called supplementation. And I want to look up the word supplement. The word supplement. Something that completes or enhances something else when added to it. And add an extra element or amount to. The amount by which, okay, the angle is less than amount. Something that completes or enhances, which would mean there is something else that supersedes the supplement. Because the supplement is to complete or enhance the other thing when it is added. That's the goal. The problem is that so many supplements actually take away from what you're trying to accomplish, because most supplement companies cut corners because they try to increase their profit margins. So they're willing to deliver a poor product to you for the sake of their what they get from you versus what they pay for the product. So, I mean, it's understandable that it's a dicey world, and there's a reason why we stand by X Endurance and we talk about it all the time. They don't cut corners. They're always wanting to deliver the best, the most bioavailable, the most absorbable, and the best quality ingredients, and with the most integrity. If you've ever bought a product from X Endurance and you said, this got delivered broken or open, or I didn't like it, or whatever, they're like, okay, we'll send you a new something. Like it's very much about the customer's experience being good and them getting the results that they're looking for within the product that matter the most to them. And that is so rare. That's one of the major reasons we stand behind X Endurance, other than the fact that when you take it, we were talking about this yesterday. When you take the product, okay, the Joint 4, X Endurance Joint 4. Let's talk about this. She's like, when you start taking the Joint supplement, I want to know who has taken it and then stopped taking it. Because we don't notice things as much when things are good, but we notice when things are not good. So I forget who I was explaining this to. I think it was on yesterday's Espresso. When you get in your car and it starts, you're not like, wow, I'm so grateful my car started. You have an expectation that your car is going to start. And so you don't notice. You're like, okay, whatever, my car, okay, and now I'm driving. But if your car doesn't start, then you're like, you notice right away, oh my God, what am I going to do? My car isn't starting. So when you start taking X Endurance, you're like, okay, the car starts every time you get in it. Da, 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 da. You stop taking it, you get in the car, and you're like, this shit, my knees are hurting. My elbows are hurting. And then you recognize, look at the comments. Like, the proof's in the pudding. Sarit was doing an 800-meter walking lunge, as we talked about. Stopped taking it. Knees started hurting. Didn't notice. It didn't click right away that like, oh, we ran out. Yeah. And her knees started hurting. It was like a week later when we got it, you started taking it again. I asked you how your knees were. You're like, oh, actually they're fine. And then you noticed like, oh wow, the only difference is that we ran out of the joint. So it's things like that just are the proof. So
yeah, and to add to what Erin said, you guys, by the end of the day, it is your actions that determine your destiny. And no supplement in the world will ever work miracles if your habits are shit. That's just the reality of it. And that is the power of our coaching programs, because your thoughts determine your actions determine your habits determine your future. You know, you can be on the best things on earth. Michael Phelps can be on the best things on earth. But if Michael habits, nutrition habits, mental practices, and training is a piece of shit, he's not going to go and win the gold medal. But when you are taking all, you know, when you're investing all of your resources to, you know, like become better mentally and physically, and then you know, get on some high grade products that can help you absorb more good shit to, you know, take yourself to the next level, then, I mean, of course, for anybody who's totally invested in their health and wellness journey, it's like, I would definitely recommend that you try that. But if you're kind of like wishy-washy, then keep the main thing, because no powder or pill will be able to fix like a poor foundation. But once you're working on building a poor foundation, like if I could tell you like that you can use glass and metal instead of just using wood so that you can erect the building faster, why not do it? That's why in New York, they're able to build like, you know, buildings that are 100 stories high in a short amount of time.
That's why New York is erect.
Yeah. Empire State of Mind.
Should we look up the word erect? I
think it means standing tall.
It sure does. I'm afraid of what's going to pop up.
Rigidly upright or straight.
Rigidly upright or straight. I feel like there was a better word we could have chosen, but
I don't know why that's the word that came to my head.
It's kind of like the word penetrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys appreciate it, so whatever. But can we go back to her question real quick?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, you guys, like, I will tell you this, like, for one, it is your actions and your habits that are the most important thing, because if your habits are shitty and like, you're like, take this supplement, like you're still going to be inconsistent with taking it. That's just the reality.
I mean, there's some things
because how you do one thing is how you do other things too.
I would say the Joint 4, the Omega, the Immune Boost, even if you have shitty habits, are going to make things better. But if we're talking about weight loss, none of them are going to just make you lose weight.
No, absolutely.
But they'll improve your internal status.
And then what it would come down to is it didn't work. Did it work, or did you not work the whole thing?
Did it not work, or did you not work it?
But, you know, this is now, so let's say if you're working on the main thing, coming from somebody who has been, I am the person who's been super skeptical about supplements for the longest time ever, because for me, it was a matter of, look, I'm taking my time and my efforts doing the right things. Like I'm not trying to, what's the word? Not beat around the bush, but cut corners. I'm not trying to cut corners, right? So like I would eat eggs after my workouts to help me recover. You know, the only thing that I took was omega-3s. Come to find out that the omega-3s I took were absolute shit. But, you know, like my intentions are good, and you don't know what you don't know, right? And once you start getting on good supplements, just like good nutrition, like if somebody eats shit and then they start eating clean, they never realize how bad they felt until they start eating clean.
It's like a smoker doesn't realize how hard it is to breathe until you stop smoking. You're like, wow.
Yeah. But, you know, for somebody who's consistent with their workouts, consistent with their habits, it's like you don't realize how much better you can perform until you also introduce to yourself things that yes, maybe you could get through your nutrition, like creatine, omega-3s, but you'll have to eat, like a larger dose of particular foods, in order to really feel a difference. And, it's like the beauty of the 21st century, right? Like this whole thing about convenience is that, we now live in a society where we can have it a faster way and we can have it an easier way. But I think the reason why a lot of times people exploit this whole thing is they're so focused on the faster rather than let's keep the main thing. And if I'm all in about keeping the main thing, then why not add to whatever is already working pretty well, something that will allow me to work it even better. Yeah. Like your body is a unit, like just like anything else in life. Like if you're not invested in your body, then you're only going to get so much from your body. Like we invest in our business, we invest in our education, we invest in our personal development, we invest in our bodies. Like our bodies are our unit. Like if our bodies doesn't work, nothing else works. And you guys, like, this is why we applaud you for making an investment in yourself, because if you don't, like invest your resources with regards to your unit, then you're going to be stuck. Because the livelihood of your unit is going to determine everything else. Like if your body's feeling like shit, like there's no way in hell that you're being present in your conversations. If you are unhappy about how your clothes fit this morning and you have a big presentation, I guarantee you that all you're thinking about is how everybody's watching how you're feeling, fitting in that skirt or dress or suit or whatever, because it's in your subconscious. So
honestly, like from X Endurance, like we don't talk about health insurance, X Endurance, Immune Boost, Omegas, and Essential is health insurance.
Yes.
For like $3 a day. I think what packet, what thing is that? That's the foundation, daily foundation to whatever. Everybody needs to be taking it. That is health insurance. It's like $110,
I think.
Maybe. Yeah, $110. But per month, that's like $3 a day.
But for somebody who's not taking good care of themselves, they might see it as why bother? True. Right. Well, like if you're not working on your habits, then like it's not going to. For example, right? Like if the engine of your car is broken and you get it like a brand new, like nice ass, what's the name of a nice tire? I'm not a car person, but like let's say a Pirelli tire that came all the way from Italy. Your car is still gonna be freaking broken. But like if you've got a good engine and you're like, yo, I want the engine to run for a long ass time, then put the high octane in it. Shame on you if you don't. You didn't invest this much in your car to make it run like a Toyota Corolla. We have a Subaru. Look, there's nothing, but I think it was a pretty good analogy, right? Yeah. Like, like you should treat your body like not just like it's a freaking Ferrari, but it's like it's a jet. Because when your body runs well, you fly. You fly in every other area of your life. And if you want to fly, you got to fly on high octane, not on diesel. So just a thought. Yeah, man. But the weight loss industry, like there's so many lies in this industry. So like I get, that's why I was skeptical too.
Of course. And it's good. It's good to be mindful of like, hey, am I taking something that's worth what I'm paying? Is what I'm going to consume going to be helpful or hurtful? It's good to ask those questions. So That's it. Tracy Banks, I have taken the collagen protein. I'm actually going to start taking again. I would mix a scoop of the lean and a scoop of the collagen. Because got to get them greens. And also, I washed my hair today, and the amount of hair that came out of my head, it's really a mystery how I still have hair in my head. But I'm like, but I'm literally, I was like, maybe I should start taking the collagen greens. Like, I don't know how, yeah. I could have made one of those wigs, I feel like, that the hairstylists practice on with the amount of hair that came out of my head this morning. It's wild.
Like the ones that you use for the hair color where it's like in the little thing. I always like to play with it and kind of like move it around.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways.
You hairstylists know what I'm talking about, where it's like pick a color and it's
oh.
I just like to do this with my fingers.
Yeah. So, I mean, collagen and greens, you might get irritated with how often you have to like cut or file your nails. It's a first world problem, but it works that well. Try it for yourself and see. We'll drop some links to X Endurance. For those of you who don't know, it is a multi-level marketing company. Yes. So somebody somewhere is going to earn something, $1 from your purchase. Great. It's probably going to be somebody that's not us. So, great. Helping other people while helping yourself. So get them. And we're happy to answer any questions. Speaking of answering questions, if you have any, Daniela posted the link way, way, way up in the chat, and maybe she can post it again. So that if you do have questions, you can go to that link, or if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll get the link in that description below, so that you can ask the questions and check out different things in the description from our conversation today. Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right, you guys. That being said, we hope that you have an amazing rest of your Taco Tuesday. If you're eating tacos, I mean, make it a taco salad, will you?
I'm going to have a taco salad today. And Callie wants to say, have a great day.